one central monopolist with another central monopolist. A lot of commercial banks aren't terribly excited about that. Maybe you're going to have to give some ownership. Maybe you'll have to give 50% of your ownership to the 20 banks that are now, part of this. I mean, there are other ways to build incentive systems. Maybe you put a native token in there, and you give them the native token. So there may be other incentive ways to beat the current monopolist. But I, having been around commercial banks for a long time, they really are looking for ways to replace their aggregators in their back office, whether it's clearing, settlement, exchanges, credit agencies. But they are deeply understanding, because they are pretty ambitious and very good at making money as well. They deeply understand that every idea that's pitched to them is somebody who currently is small but wants to get big and gain market power. So they're also always thinking about how to ensure that there's a check to slow down your startup from gaining market power 5, 10, and 15 years from now. They don't want you to be the next clearinghouse like the Chicago Mercantile Exchange or Intercontinental Exchange. They don't want you to be the next central node of money.
Convinced that we will destroy, unfortunately, a lot of employment. Just think of self-guided cars and all the drivers losing their jobs. Let's look at the bank employees and so on.
If you're left behind, you're facing something far worse, which is to be completely irrelevant. They won't even need you as a serf or as a slave.
Give a type of money that can only be spent for a specific number of reasons. And some worry about that state control or whatever, but like in this particular narrow use case, you want to give checks to individuals to get the economy moving again. Yeah. So if you think of programmable money that expires if you don't spend it.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book. The New World Order book is going to show you how the world really works. And it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. I told you at the beginning of the year, in the first quarter of 2022, we was going to have an event that was going to bring us down. And then also in the fourth quarter, we would have an event that would bring us down. That's exactly what happened. And now I'm going to tell you, in the first quarter, we're going to have an event that's going to bring us down in 2023. And then also in the fourth quarter of 2023, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, guys, the markets are still going to be pumping and dumping until they get ready to pull the full rug. But I'll let you know when that's about to happen. Now, also, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to get re-educated. And also, much love to those who donate to the Cash Shop and Patreon. And in my Patreon, I keep you up to date with the new Road Order events. Also, I give you the new Road Order cryptos in the Patreon. Of course, you have to do your own research. But this next bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure that you have the cryptos that have utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And I hope everyone enjoyed the holiday with their family. Now, guys, we have Bitcoin and crypto slightly up. We have absolutely no volume in the market. Now, we have CZ, addresses the FUD on Binance. And, guys, remember, you always have to go back to the beginning of the timeline. Remember the first thing that happened. Binance was going to be funding Elon to buy Twitter for $500 million. And then all of a sudden, the same $500 million comes up. Takes down FTX. And then we know what FTX and the bank man was working on, this $100 trillion derivatives market put on blockchain being ran by an algorithm. We know LIBOR is ending, and that changes the game for the whole economy. So that's why I tell you, get your popcorn, sit back, and let it play out. So therefore you can see the movie and just make sure you stay track of the timeline. Now, today, guys, everything is closed. Now, on Friday, we had yields slowly rise. Right now, we have absolutely no volume in the market. We have Tether, USDC. Now, Japan to lift ban on foreign stablecoins like USDT and USDC in 2023. And, guys, we know why. We know stablecoins, these CBDCs, are the foundation of this new economy, especially if the masses don't wake up. And then, guys, of course, we have the Fed. Repo still over 2.2 trillion, and we know all the central banks are moving in lockstep, raising rates and shrinking the balance sheet in the name of fighting inflation on the inflation that they cause. The only people that can cause inflation is the Fed and Congress. So we know the NWO causes the problem, wait for the reaction, and run in with the solution. And we know what that solution is. Robots, algorithms, and drones taking over the economy, paying each other with crypto, and the sheep are going inside the metaverse. And they'll get that universal basic income, that free money airdrop. They have 3 to 6 months to spend it or poof, it's gone. And then the money is programmable, telling them what, when, and how to buy. And the NWO only needs one more crisis to get us moved over to the 4th Industrial Revolution. And that's the reason why I do the short videos on the automation that's already available to take over the economy. So therefore, you can see this is an orchestrated plan. And remember, the Cryptoteacher told you. Now, guys, don't forget about Grayscale. Friday was at about 14.60 billion. Now, getting over into a little crypto news. We have Italy to create the crypto art renaissance NFT marketplace. And guys, we know what NFTs are really about. Digital IDs for the metaverse. Also, we have 1inch launches Fusion upgrade to improve swap security and profitability. And lastly, we have Craig Wright, who we know says that he's Satoshi. And we know there's a few Satoshis that created Bitcoin. But then he goes after Davis Schwartz and XRP, calling it a scam. And Craig Wright stated that XRP is definitely not going to take the place of SWIFT. And we know he's exactly right. We know SWIFT and these central banks are not giving up control. Like Gary Gensler stated, they'll take your technology and use it for themselves, but you're definitely not going to replace them without a good old fight. But we know we've heard it on several occasions. Brad Garlinghouse stated we wanted to work with them, not against them. And we know XLM, XRP, and these other cross-border payment platforms will be used by these smaller banks. But what we don't hear is that we don't hear about the 4th Industrial Revolution from any of these big projects or big corporations or big banks because they're being controlled by the same people that control the current system. And we can look at the funding rounds to see that. And what does the crypto teach you? To follow the money, because it's going to give you the truth. You may not want to accept it, but it will set you free. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance, do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys, don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks to see where the biotech stocks, and while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.